Hello everyone, RedExo here, and today we're gonna have a little different topic I want to talk about. First of all, my name is Sam, and as you all will know, I'm Christian, and you know my experiences so far, glory to God, has been great. I've enjoyed everything, and this topic actually is gonna be a little bit more about job searching and the experience that I've had once I've graduated and all that. And it's going to be more based on, the world we live in today. So, first and foremost, I have to give glory to God because I graduated back in 2021 in John Jay. My major is police studies, investigative science, and my minor was in English. So, I've been working towards that bachelor degree for quite a while, actually. I started the degree back in 2015, but it wasn't until maybe 2017, 2018 where I started taking seriously. So basically, for 2 years, for my first 2 years, from 2015 to 2016, I wasn't really, taking it serious. I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was young, so I was more focused on that, and things were just happening in my life that I didn't really pay attention to. But once I started to get my act together and actually go to school, I was able to graduate from John Jay. Now, in the course of my life, I've had multitudes of jobs. It ranges from working at the post office to working as a delivery person in baked goods store. And my jobs are mostly manual labor type. The most recent job I had that I unfortunately got fired from. I'll be honest with you, I got fired from that job. Was a tank man for a tank farm up in JFK Airport. Basically, I just monitored the fuel, make sure the fuel was clean, make sure all the tanks were filled in the proper time, and gauged and climbed those tanks to make sure all the fuel was there. That was basically my job. Now, my major, police studies, with a focus on investigative science, is just that. It's a major focused on how to conduct yourself in the field as a police officer. I mean, it's called police studies. However, my focus in investigative science was mostly for research methods or clerical things, administrative things that would help me not only in the police world, but also in the world today, where everybody needs somebody who's good at Microsoft, Excel, and all that. So I got my degree, and I encourage everyone to go to college. Now, let's be honest, college is not for everyone. I have to be serious. College is definitely a difficult path. However, if you take that path, I think it would be beneficial to you, not only for getting a job, but also just acquiring different experiences and acquiring more knowledge along the way. As for me, when I graduated, I was so happy. I was ready. I wanted to go into different fields. I wanted to be I looked into investigative analyst. I looked to entry level investigations. I looked into entry level private investigations. I looked into everything. And I also, since I have a bachelor's degree, some positions that I've applied to, like assistant manager, all those, I've applied to those, and unfortunately, I was not able to I was not able to get the opportunity to work there in those positions. And that's something I want to talk about today, because it's just annoying. This is gonna be a little bit of a rant, but it's just annoying that you're taught when you're young, right? You're taught you need to get an education. You need to go through elementary, middle school, high school, and then after high school you have to get into a college almost immediately, because you have to get a better job at the end of your college year. However, that's not the case. And I also, I'll be honest with you, I also bit into that dream that at the end of my college days, or once I get my degree, I can apply to almost any position that requires a bachelor's degree. Which is true, by the way. I was able to, glory to God, I was able to apply to some positions that had a bachelor's degree, because they actually, they actually looked. The thing is that they looked at my resume, they looked at my degree, and they saw me. However, I wasn't accepted to most of them, which I think is kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying because these positions, right? These I'm going to talk about entry levels, because there are positions that ask you to have experience before you go in there. However, these entry level positions, I'm talking about entry levels, right? Entry levels, they want you to have a degree. Some don't specify what degree they want you to have it, and they just want you to have a degree. Maybe some just want like the basics of Microsoft Word, of Excel, like English, of stuff like that. However, in these entry level positions, they still require at least like a year or two of experience. But they don't outright state that. It's not stated in the the summary of what they require. They just say qualifications, and then they say preferred qualifications, right? So my thing is just, it's kind of annoying, because how am I going to get an opportunity to learn or get the experience if no one gives me that experience? Now, I'm not here to just cry or just whine about that experience or my experiences, but it's something that I've noticed amongst other college students, other people who've graduated and have difficulty looking for a job, because before you enter a job, they require at least 2 years of a specific experience. Meanwhile, you're out of college. You just got out of college. You've done your studies. You've got your certifications. Even if they ask for some certifications, they still want you to have 1 or 2 experiences in those certifications. And then at the end of the day, they want also from those experiences, they want relative experience, meaning how does that connect to what you've done, or what other things have you done in your life that can give you a boost, a leg up on the other competition. But it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense when you are asking for an entry level. You're asking for a no experience position, but you're asking for experience. You ask, what is it that they've done that can match a similar experience of another person. Meanwhile, you have veterans in the field today who have at least like a high school diploma or something similar, and they have like 20 plus years of experience. And the reason why they have 20 plus years of experience is because in their time, a bachelor's degree, an associate's degree wasn't recommended. It wasn't something that was sought after. We're entering this day and age now in 2020 that we need at least to get some sort of position. You need a master's degree. I remember when I was growing up, that you didn't really you didn't need that. When I was growing up back in 93, I was basically born. But growing up around 2000, 2001, 2002, you didn't really need. You needed like an associate's degree at least. An associate's, that's what, 2 years? 2 years. But now you need a bachelor's with like 10 plus years of experience just to get in the position that you want, just to get into the industry that you want. But there are instances, I got to be honest, there are instances where people find each other and it's just a chance. It's a meeting. It's just something that just happens that they end up being in the position that they are, and I'm going to give a quick instance for being a YouTuber. For being a YouTuber, you really don't need anything. You just need a camera, a computer, and a mic. That's really it. You don't even need a computer. You can have a laptop. That's how easily accessible being a YouTuber is. However, you also need to make yourself available almost every day, at least once a day, to upload a video. And then you just got to keep consistently until you eventually one of the videos go viral, or somebody discovers you and your channel blows up like that. Now, that's all fine and good, you see, but YouTube doesn't require you to have at least 2 to 3 years of experience in the field of audio engineering or in the field of filmography. You know, YouTube doesn't require any of that. YouTube is just essentially, it's a self-starter. It's what you want to do. However, I'm sitting here now, I have my degree, and I'm putting in for these jobs who pay minimum like 50-60K a year, because I feel like I've had enough experience. I mean, my resume is filled with a lot of different job experiences. You know, I'm first aid certified. I've worked in a nonprofit organization for almost 10 plus years. That's volunteer work. That's volunteer work that I've done. I can say I volunteered, you know, and I have all these experiences. However, no person or no job wants to give me an opportunity. And that's what irks me. That's what annoys me, because you know, in this day and age, I understand, you know, I'm 29 years old, right? And I'm out there, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for something that would allow me to not only live for myself, but also be financially stable in my household, and, you know, do things that I want to do. And I understand that, you know, it's easier to pay. Here's the thing. It's easier to pay someone lower than someone who has experience, and you have to pay them a little higher. So, you know, the minimum wage now is around $15, and, you know, some manager or some assistant manager salaries start around $17-18 an hour, maybe some as much as 20. But if you find someone, and it's so funny to me, but if you find an assistant manager who has assistant manager experience, that's the one you want more than the person who has like at least 5 or 6 years of experience in retail, or at least understands the operations, understands back of the house, understands customer service. No, but you want the person who had already an assistant manager experience, who only worked for a year in that position, instead of the person who worked 5 or 6 years in multiple positions and can be actually beneficial not only to the store but the company itself. And that's just, it's so strange to me that that's how that works. However, if you're an outsider going into an industry, they already expect you to have experience. But how am I supposed to get experience when I'm not given that opportunity, when I'm not given the chance to at least try? Look, if I try and you fire me, that's fine. At least I can say I tried. At least I can go to another person and be like, look, I tried. I'm still learning, but I'm more than willing to keep learning. But no, you know, and now I'm gonna play, you know, the other side of it. I understand companies don't want to train. That's just a waste of money. Companies don't want to hire somebody to then fire them a week later, because that's a waste of money. I understand that. However, if at least the company gives somebody a chance, then just give them that chance, because we as humans, we don't learn instantly. It takes time. We need to first understand what we're doing, and then after we understand it, execute it and see if it works. Because if it doesn't, we just adapt and we try to do it again, but this way, in a different way. But as for me, it just annoys me, because I'm applying to these positions. I'm looking out there. I'm even applying lower than I'm applying lower than what my target salary is, which is fine, because I understand that, you know, some companies don't want to pay more because based on your experience, which is okay. However, in these entry positions, or in these positions that only require like at least a year or something, it makes no sense to me that they wouldn't give that opportunity to a person who is actively searching, who is actively applying to these positions. They'd rather give it to somebody they know, or they give it through somebody that told them about somebody they recommend. And it's that word of mouth, it's that connection that people usually give jobs to other people. Be like, hey, I know this guy, or hey, I know this girl, or hey, this person's pretty good, we should give it to this person. And then that literally just restricts or makes those people trying to get into that company from the outside, they make them feel like it's you know, it's impossible to get in there. It just makes us outcasts, and it makes no sense to me that is what we're in today. And people, those students right now who are in college, I urge you guys to just make sure you're doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Graduate, get your degree, and make sure that while you're in college, try to find something that's similar to what you want in your career. Try to find something, at least anything. Maybe it could be a temp job. Maybe it could be, something in the long lines of an internship. Just try that. Try to get a leg up, because once you're graduated and you have no experience like myself, it is difficult. It is very difficult, and it's more troublesome to some companies, because they view me as a no experience. They view me as someone who is a liability to them. And that's what I just want to, this is a rant. This is going to be all over the place, but it's going to go out there, and I know this sounds like I'm complaining and stuff, but it just annoys me. It just really annoys me. It just annoys because we're trying. We want. It's funny because they're saying that there's 1,000 or whatever 100 jobs open that is created almost daily, or whatever the statistic is. That's what they're saying, and yet we're applying. We're looking for jobs, and we're not getting them, and we're not getting them even after the pandemic, because we don't have experience. And it's just so annoying. And I just hope that changes, and hope somebody out there is listening and just if you own a company, just give that person the opportunity to at least work at your company. Just try that person out, because you never know. Nobody will never know the expectation, or nobody will know the that ability that person has. Nobody will know what the other person can give if you don't give them the opportunity first. And that's what I'm saying. Just give them the opportunity, just give them the opportunity. And I guess just try them out. You just got to try. You never know. If you try, you fail, that's fine. You try again. But just give that person the opportunity. Or if you're still applying and you're looking for a job, just don't stop. Just don't stop applying. It's trust me, I've had so many rejection letters. I have so many rejection emails nowadays, because nobody wants to talk on the phone. But just don't worry about that. Just keep applying, and I'm sure that somebody out there is gonna give you a shot, at least. All right. So this has been a different video today. It's been a rant. I'm just annoyed at the situation, but we personally can't do much to change it. However, we can just keep trying. That's it. That's all we have to do. Just keep trying. So thank you guys again so much for watching. If you liked what you see here, if this helped you out in some way, thank you, thank God. And just remember to keep trying, keep doing your best. Just do your best. That's all you can do. That's all you can really do. Do your best, keep learning, and try different things. Try something that might be out of your comfort zone, that might help you. But thank you again for everything. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, share the video with somebody who might need to hear this. And remember, don't forget to tip your waiter.